So today we're going over the best of everything in Fortnite, from the best season to skin, POI, battle pass, player and more. This should be interesting to go through and see what is the GOAT of every category. So let's start with season. For me, there are many different contenders for this. You could go with Chapter 2 Season 2 because that season had so much great content with the loot pool, the bosses, the POIs, the battle pass. Overall, that season was amazing. This category is very opinionated because there's no right or wrong answer. But for me, I'm gonna go with Chapter 1 Season 4. This is probably the season that I had the most fun playing. The map was amazing, the loot pool was simple but in a good way. We had the great live event with the rocket launch, great battle pass, and this one is my personal favourite. So many great things from this, so that's what I'm gonna go with for season. Next up, POI. I think this one is a bit more of an easy choice, Tilted Towers. For me, this one is the greatest of all time. I think the agency does come close in second place, mainly because of the boss with the mythic weapon and the vault and all that stuff. But Tilted is just so iconic, and there's a reason why this is the most famous POI in the game. People love landing here. Next up, Battle Pass. I think I'm gonna go with Chapter 2 Season 2. I did rank this at number 1 in my Ranking Every Battle Pass video, and I'm gonna stick with that. The skins were iconic, from Midas to Agent Peely, Deadpool as the secret skin, Meowscles and more. It was a fantastic battle pass and I'm gonna say it's the best one. Next category, live event. For me, I'm gonna go with the Travis Scott Astronomical Concert. The cutscenes, the music, the transitions, and the overall execution of the event. For me, this was probably 10 out of 10. The best one in my opinion, and really enjoyed it. Next up, player. I think this one is a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Booger. Just because he dominated the Solo World Cup, winning by an absolute landslide, and that was on the biggest stage of them all. He also won FNCS as well, so he's a great shout for this category, although there are a few other ones you could go for, maybe Tayson or Peterbot. These guys have dominated the competitive scene over the last few years, but I'll stick with Booger for this one. Next up, weapon. This one's a difficult one because it's kind of hard to compare different types of weapons, but I'm just gonna go with the classic pump. The best shotgun in my opinion, and especially when we had double pump as well, it was even better. It's been in the game since Season 1, so it's got the longevity and it is iconic, so I'll go with that. Next up, item. Now hear me out, the original Boogie Bomb. When this first got added, when used on a player it lasted 15 seconds, and even if that player took damage, they'd keep dancing for that 50 seconds. This item is just so iconic, and it was quite overpowered when it did first get added, and I think it was just great fun to use. Although you could say something like a mythic weapon or exotic, I think I'll stick to the Boogie Bomb for the best item. Next up, pickaxe. I'm gonna go with the Reaper. This is my personal favourite. Added in Season 1, the sound is probably the most satisfying as well. It's got such a clean and aesthetic design, and you can use it with literally any skin and it definitely would match. Next up, Chapter. Now this one's a tough one, but I'm gonna go with Chapter 1. Although you could say Chapter 2 because of the amazing map, POIs, loot pool and all that stuff, Chapter 1 is number 1 for me. I started playing in Season 2, and the amount of memories from this chapter is insane. It had so much to offer and was my personal favourite. Next up, Glider. I'm gonna go with Coral Cruiser. The amazing music that it plays with the choral chorus theme is just a great vibe, and it's a great feeling when gliding onto the map. How about back bling? Well, for me I'm gonna go with the Black Shield. It's simple but clean. Love the black colour scheme, and it matches with so many different skins. How about LTM? I think this one is quite easy, the Infinity Gauntlet. This was introduced in Chapter 1 Season 4, being able to become Thanos, and this was super exciting and fun to play. Definitely my favourite and the best one in my opinion. But how about skin? There are literally thousands of skins in the game, so it's extremely difficult to pick one. But for me, my personal favourite is the Galaxy. It's not the most iconic skin, but I love the design and it's very nostalgic as well. A great design, animation and colours, and a very rare and exclusive skin that was added all the way back in 2018. But how about map? For me, I'm gonna go with Chapter 1 Season 8. This was the best version of the map in my opinion. All the different biomes felt amazing with the versatility and balance. We had the original biome, then the desert, the snow and the jungle, and this was definitely my favourite. And the last category is the best moment. I'm gonna go with Ninja streaming with Drake. This broke the Twitch record at the time, with a peak of over 600,000 viewers. This was the moment where Fortnite was cemented as the biggest game in the world, if it wasn't already. It was a great moment and the numbers speak for themselves. So that is my list, and that was pretty interesting to go through. But for now, there's a lot more videos on screen here. Make sure to click another one to keep on watching, and I'll see you over there.